Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Monica. Welcome back to the channel. I'm a real estate broker and owner of People First Realty, and I'm doing these training videos for my agents to help them get started. I have a new agent that's getting started, and I thought, hey, why not put these training videos on my YouTube channel and help other real estate agents get started too? So what I'm teaching him how to do now is how to actually get his first listing. Now, this is very important because you want to, as a new real estate professional, focus on listing property, period, nothing else, all right? So the way you do that, though, is you target an audience that nobody else is targeting. So in order to do that, come to your tax record. You want to come to your tax record. You want to pick the county that you're currently living in. You don't want to pick all these, counties that are far away right now, because in real estate, time is money. So this happens to be the county that I'm currently living in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some prospecting within that county. Now, I can't tell you how to navigate your tax record, but you're going to have to get good at it, okay? Your tax record is your best friend, okay? That is your best friend as a new real estate agent who is what? Focused on listings. Your tax record has all the leads that you could ever want or need. You do not have to pay for leads if you have access to your local tax record. All right, so now that I've got the county established, what I want to do is I want to come and find the owner type. There should be some way in your tax record to separate those owners who live out of state from those owners who live in state, okay? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for owners who are not only not living on or near the property, but they are out of state, okay? So select absentee out of state owners. The next criteria that you want to make sure you focus on is when was the last time the property sold. So go to the last sales date. You don't want to look at any properties that have sold in the last 10 years. You could even make it even more strict by saying, hey, I don't want to see any properties that have sold in the last 20 years, right? So we're really creating a very unique audience of people not only that own a property in your state, but they live out of state, but also they haven't sold this property in the last 10 years. So they may be very interested in seeing what they could get for it now. Do you see how you're getting set up for success? I'm telling you something not that I know, but something that I actually did for myself and got my first commercial listing that way, okay? So here we go. Last sales date, I want to go back 10 years from 2021, and that's going to be 2011. I'll select September and the 23rd, okay? So last sales date, September the 23rd of 2011. Now you see here over it says 5,500 properties meet that criteria, but let me take that out real quick. And I want you to see how many properties actually meet this first criteria alone. When we just selected the owner type, let's see here, update, and it looks like, okay, it's just going to tell me more than 5,500. So let's go back to September 23rd of 2011, and that number goes from over 5,500 down to 1,703 leads. That's what these are, folks. These are leads. You don't need to buy leads if you've got access to your tax record. I can't say that enough. We don't care about the last sales price, but we also, the third thing, we're going to keep it simple. Just 3 criteria, folks. Don't go in here trying to figure out if it's got a flood zone or how old the mortgage is. No, okay? That is not your ministry, okay? For those of you guys who like to analyze, that is not your ministry. You need 3 criteria to bring your leads into a database, and then we're going to take it from there. The other thing is the vacant land. You only want vacant land right now. Why? Because you are a new real estate agent. You don't know what you're doing right now. You don't need a high maintenance seller on a traditional listing who's going to really run you in the ground and run the show because they realize that you're new and you don't know what you're doing and you're going to just no, okay? Right now, if you're a new real estate agent, what you need, you might be going to college like my real estate agent is full-time, right? So you don't need anything that's going to eat up your time. Time is money, and if I could go back and do anything differently, is save all the time that I wasted doing things the wrong way when I got started in this business, okay? So vacant lots, guess what? They don't have people on them. You don't have to worry about letting people in, scheduling showings. People can drive by. It's a complete great way for a new real estate agent to get their first listing, get a sign in the ground somewhere and get that exposure without all of the work that comes with managing people, managing other agents, scheduling showings, dealing with pets, alarms, and all of these other things, okay? So vacant land is why you want to get that's why you want to select vacant land as your third criteria. Remember, we're not doing more than 3. Over here, come over to get ready and export everything. Now, again, you're going to have to get familiar with your tax record. That part I can't help you with, but there should be plenty of classes at your local MLS to be able to train you on how to use it. Next, you want to hit export. You want to select all. But if you want to, you can come over here and you can narrow down the information that you're going to get in your export. I think the default is pretty satisfactory as far as this is concerned, so I'm just going to leave things as they are. But if I didn't want to get, hit with all this information, I would uncheck some of these boxes, okay? I would uncheck some of those boxes, and it's pretty easy to do. So now that that's been done, I'm just going to hit export, and it's going to take all 165 of those properties and send it over to me. And what I'll do is set up my database. I happen to use Google Suite. I happen to really enjoy the ability it gives me to create things as far as forms, lead capture forms, etc. So I'm going to come over to Google Sheets, and I'm going to open up a new spreadsheet. And this is going to be my Rutherford County vacant lots. And I can do this on any county, but I'm going to start close to home. Why? Because time is money. I'm going to call this my Rutherford County vacant lot listings. I'm going to name it and claim it, folks. So what I want to do is open a file. I'm going to upload, and I'm going to select a file from my device that just came across, which is going to be this one here. It's going to upload into my spreadsheet. All right, well, I thought it was going to upload into my spreadsheet, so I'm going to send it to an existing spreadsheet so I don't have to worry about recopying the name over again. All right, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as to not cloud up, move that to trash, as to not cloud up my drive, okay? So here is the sheet that I just copied over, right? And I'll name this, rename this, database. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I can read everything, make sure everything is nicely centered. This is going to be my new working document because it's going to have my first listing in here, okay? So I'm going to be visiting this spreadsheet often. So if I want to make it look good or whatever I need to do with it, that's fine. But make sure you get it organized and realize that you're going to be in this thing for the next 30 days or however long it takes for you to get your first listing. So that's how you find your first group of leads that will turn into your first listing. How do I know that one of these is going to be a listing? It's a numbers game, okay? It's completely a numbers game. 1 out of every 5 things is going to happen. You're going to just have to put out enough at-bats, if you will, in order to get the results that you want. Right now, you have 165, or I have 165 leads in this database. My next step is to craft a communication to them. And that communication, I'm going to go ahead and send over to them. And it's going to be something of value. And nobody probably is going to be sending that to them. So that part I'm going to reserve for my real estate agent to help him get his feet off the ground. If you do want a copy of my letter, though, I'll be happy to give it to you. Just let me know by giving me your information at this form at the link below, and I'll make sure I shoot it over to you. All right, I hope this helped you guys get your first listing. I am so excited for you to get started. Focus on listings, and that's the way to go. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.